Here's a riddle for you. What looks more like a banana, but cooks more like a potato? Any guesses? Anyone? No? The answer, a plantain. Plantain tacos next on Think Kitchen. For many of you, today we'll be trying something new, but believe me, plantain tacos are a delicious introduction to this versatile fruit. Community member Bethany Kiele sent us this delicious recipe, and as a popular vegan chef and restaurateur, she knows her customers love it. Now, plantains are a staple food in tropical regions around the planet, sort of like the potato in the Western world, but there are major health differences between the two. Look at Michi's ladder, where plantains fall into tier 1 and potatoes are down in tiers 3, 4 and 5. Plantains rank so high because they're a great source of potassium and have far more magnesium than potatoes. Now, why is this important, I hear you ask? Well, if you exercise and sweat a lot, your body becomes deficient in magnesium. So you can see why replacing that lost magnesium with foods like plantains and daily supplements is really necessary. Another really neat thing about plantains is they can be used at any stage of ripeness. For today's recipe, we'll be using one large green plantain, which I've already peeled and halved and placed into this pot to boil for about 15 minutes until tender. So that should be pretty good right now. Let's check that. Yeah, perfectly tender. Let's leave that aside for 1 second. Now I'm going to warm this skillet on a medium heat and add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and a chopped onion. Now I'm going to saute these for about 3 to 5 minutes, or at least until they're soft. While those are softening nicely, I'm going to drain the plantains and set them to one side for a second. Let's check on our onions. So these are looking pretty good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add the plantains to this mix and then break it into small chunks as it cooks. Now don't be afraid to add just a little more olive oil if necessary. Now you know these are done where they're nice and lightly brown, so they're looking pretty good to me and we can remove them from the heat. To complement these plantains, I've heated up some beans on my stovetop until soft. Now black beans are a great source of cholesterol-lowering fiber as well as protein. Now we're ready to assemble the tacos and indulge, my favorite bit. Grab those taco shells, but remember, choose whole wheat tortillas because they're much healthier and contain a lot more nutrients than the refined white flour kind. Heat your tortillas and spread some low-fat guacamole over half the tortilla. Then we're going to add our plantains on the other side. Top the taco shell with beans as well as chopped olives, fresh cabbage, tomatoes and fresh cilantro. This is really what's going to give it that distinctive flavour. Now let's fold that over. Now look at that. We've got a great vegetarian-friendly meal that not only tastes fantastic, but it's really quite good for you. In fact, I can't help myself. Brilliant. Now keep in mind, fresh halibut or grilled chicken make a great addition to this recipe if you want a little more protein. And if you're vegetarian, you can add tofu or some more beans. Don't forget you can download this recipe by clicking on the takeaway tips button next to your screen. And be sure to look out for other webisodes of Think Kitchen for even more great recipes and tasty tips to keep you on track with your health and fitness goals.